So joining me on the call today, I've got Andrew Marmont from Conqurve. Welcome to the call, Andrew.
Hello, David.
Look, we were just talking a bit about the results that you've been getting by running events, especially with the Zoom events that you've been running more recently. And I just wanted to, first of all, ask you, what do you think have been the biggest benefits of doing these events with us?
I think that the first one, David, is the prize positioning aspect. Public speaking is seen as a bit of a blocker for a lot of people. And if you're able to present or have a platform where you're able to present to on a stage to the right audience, it's really valuable. I also think that having a way to generate consistent and really high quality leads, that's another big benefit that you can do we've been able to do by running or by speaking at these events with outcomes. And also the idea that you're raising your brand, your personal profile. And I think that the last piece is really around the idea that there's a level of consistency with the people that attend. I think speaking at different events before, the challenge really is if you can get a number of people to an event consistently, a good high number, then that's really, the rest is up to you. What outcomes does is fantastic in terms of the system and the way that you go about running these events.
I even forgot to ask you to tell the viewers what industry or what business you're in.
I'm in the marketing industry. The company is called Conqurve, which really helps with communication and marketing strategies and implementation for business owners.
And I think that's an interesting element because one of the things that happens when you run these events is you get the authority. We can get registrations to the event, but not everyone shows up. And the ones that do show up, not everyone's ready to buy. So I suppose there's a tail that occurs after the event. But I think a lot of people get stuck in this whole idea of the effort required to run an event and then doing it on a recurring basis. So making sure that you've got something happening all the time. So when you talked about having these events as consistent, our job is to make sure that we get a consistent level of attendees at the event. Your job is to provide a 20-minute TED talk, we call it, but just a short presentation that sort of gives people a reason to want to engage with you. But tell me a bit about the results. So what do you think have been, what are the results you've had out of these events?
We've generated sort of a 5-time return on the investment spend. We had some really great projects that have come out of it, big copywriting projects. We've had some really good return revenue, but also the fact that everyone who attends is a potential lead. So by putting them into a lead nurturing system, we've able to grow and develop these relationships over time. And that's obviously led to more work. There's some great benefits there.
So if someone's considering doing an event like that with us, they're obviously going to face the same sort of fears that you would have faced at the start. What were your concerns before we engaged?
I think the first one is probably, do I have enough people in my community so by having a good community of contacts and people that you've through social media or through your email, but that was quickly overcome because the service provided you can have your own, but also there's others that can help we all band together and bring a good pool of people. I think the presenting element, once you understand that it's basically a conversation and by doing it online, you can basically talk to one person. And once you realize that you're there to educate, and it's actually a system. It's actually a system. 20 minutes is not a lot of time. By knowing you don't have to cram everything in 20 minutes and you can just get the key points across, it actually makes you a better speaker and a better communicator. And ultimately that's going to lead to the message getting across quicker. Once you overcome that, I think it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, fantastic. So, look, if someone's considering doing an event with us, what sort of...
I'll go for it. One-to-many, I'm convinced, is the most powerful way of building your brand and attracting good quality leads, within your business and generating interest. In terms of return on investment, you've got yourself there, but then you've got potentially hundreds of people also attending. So I feel like it's a no-brainer. If you're really serious about not just growing leads, building your brand, but actually putting yourself above the pack in terms of you as a thought leader, then definitely give this a go. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, fantastic. And on a last note, this is one of the side effects of running this event is that even your own database that you had previously, they might have heard your message before, but now you can add value to them by saying, hey, I'm part of a group that's talking about a particular topic, so you can re-engage some of those people as well.
Yeah, and I find that a lot of clients actually, they attend because as you say, they want to speak, or maybe it's a topic that's still relevant to them. Yep. And they also can broaden their network. And that's where you talk about having a really abundant mindset and seeing things in different angles. So it gives, as you say, exactly you say, David, it gives more value to your audience because you're providing more opportunities for them to learn and grow. And it just so happens that you're someone who can contribute to that in that setting.
Awesome. Andrew, look, appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for sharing some of your thoughts on this. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks, David.